Welcome to 33 Founders, a series about founders of the coolest startups. Brought to you by 33 Voices and hosted by Chase Jennings and Jenna Abdu.
First of all, congratulations on a super brilliant idea. You guys are basically the kayak of entertainment events.
Yep.
So, so Russ, I see that James Blake is on tour and I desperately need tickets. I log on to your website. What do you want me to do from there?
Yeah, sure. So SeatGeek is, as you said, kayak for sports and concert tickets. We aggregate tickets from across the web, bring into one interface. So going back to your James Blake example, if you're looking to buy tickets for a particular show, there are often many sites selling those tickets, and it's hard to figure out where the best deals reside. So what we do is we aggregate those tickets all together in one really easy-to-use interface, and we rank every ticket on a scale of 0 to 100, where the best deals get a 100 and the worst deals get a 0. And when it's a totally free search engine for users, we make money because when someone buys a ticket through us, we get an affiliate commission.
Okay, and I'm not being paid by SeatGeek to say this for our viewers, but I actually did find James Blake tickets for $17 cheaper than StubHub. Yeah. Plus, I don't have to pay a convenience fee, so thank you, Russ.
Yeah, thanks so much. And it's important, you brought up a good point, which is that every site has their own fee structure, and it's hard for users to figure out how much those tickets actually cost. So what we try to do is very clearly elucidate what the fees are. And we think that just providing a ton of transparency to users helps.
Yeah, completely, and it does. You see everything right up front.
Yep.
Let me shift gears for a sec, Russ, and let's talk about the journey. SeatGeek was a Tech Achievement finalist in South by Southwest. You were even named America's Best Young Entrepreneurs along with your partner Jack in 2010, among many other recognitions. What do you think has made the greatest contribution to your success?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it sounds like it's, I'm sure you hear a lot of news people say that they don't really, aren't really focused on that sort of stuff, and we aren't really either. I mean, for us, it's, we want to build, we're fans of going to live entertainment. We think that we can improve the process by building a great site, and the traction that we're getting, the fact that millions of people buy tickets from shops is rewarding, really needed. And we just want this to be the gateway to entertainment. We want everyone who is looking to buy tickets to fire up SeatGeek. And that's a big goal. It's very difficult to get there. And I think we're making strong headway, but we still have a long way to go before we reach that.
So I'd say it's your intent that's really brought you to where you are now. Great intent to improving the lives. So what's the most important objective then that you set out to accomplish that you feel you guys are really getting right?
I just think that we've done a really good job of focusing on, from the perspective of a fan, what would they want a ticket site to be like. We don't come from the ticketing industry. We don't have any deep knowledge or connections. Our whole company is based on the intuition that we as a team can come up with a better way to buy tickets. And that means investing heavily in really great engineers. It means investing heavily in product and being really obsessive about the most amount of details. And I think we've got the team that has shared that same mindset, and that's been the biggest factor in helping us get where we are today.
Great. Is there something you wish you would have known or you wish you knew right now that would help you get to where you want to go even faster?
Good question. I think it's the whole process is a huge learning experience. There's tons of things that we do that work really well that we didn't expect to work, and the flip side is true too, where there's things that we're sure are going to take off immediately and take a little bit of time before they reach their potential. So I think that it's in hindsight you can see a lot of the things that you may have been clouded by the time you didn't realize, but for the most part, I think that the beauty of doing this is that you learn on the go. And so it's, there's so many things that I can name for which I wish I knew them now, but it's not really an interesting answer to the question because, there's no way you would know that until you go through the process.
Well, let's look ahead for a second. What's your biggest dream for SeatGeek?
20 years from now, maybe, where do you guys want to be?
Yeah, for us, we want to be the touch point for Americans who want to buy tickets. So, we want anybody who, I said before, anyone who is in, someone in Kansas City who's looking to buy tickets, isn't involved in the tech world at all, and the first place that they go to is SeatGeek.com. Kind of the way that the first place that a lot of people go when they make a search is they go to a place like Google. and it's or social networking. There's a few companies that have really stood out as being the market leader in a particular space, and we want SeatGeek to be that for event tickets. One thing we're finding is that the way that people are searching for events is constantly changing, and the way they're buying tickets is constantly changing. And one of the trends that we're noticing is just how much of that comes on mobile. And that's been one of the big surprises for us, is how our mobile app, which launched in December, and really we started focusing in on it over the past few months, has completely exceeded our expectations of how well we thought it could go, and both in terms of product standpoint and also from the traction standpoint. And it was a surprise to us to see how many people are willing to spend hundreds of dollars on their phone, but I think it is symbolic of a larger trend where you're seeing Americans use their phone as if it was their computer, and all the rules for which people naturally felt, this is how people use their phone, are sort of flying out the window as it becomes a primary touch point for the internet.
How did that pivot to kind of that focus on mobile affect managing your team? Did you have to hire new people, retrain them to kind of work on that differently?
Yeah, we're really growing out our mobile team. We're trying to hire as many mobile engineers as we can find. The threshold that we have is we have a very high threshold for hiring people. We want great engineers, we want great people, and so we have a lot of people we interview, but very few people make it through that process. And of the ones who do, we have no problem usually getting them to join the company because they're so excited about what they see and what we're about and what we're working on. But in terms of how it's affected day to day, it really hasn't all that much because we have a lot of really bright people who are very comfortable in the ambiguity of learning new things, and even if they're not, even if they don't have that much mobile experience, it's stuff that they can pick up and they can understand how to develop a great product there.